the city-states of Eorzea to worlds both real and imagined via the magic of podcasting, this is episode 79 of A Podcast Reborn, a show celebrating our experiences across Final Fantasy XIV, gaming, anime, and everything in between. This episode is being recorded on Sunday, May 3rd of 2026, and no, I will not be making a Star Wars joke, nor would I make one if this was recorded on Monday instead. I have standards, damn it! My name is Brad Black, otherwise known as Ro, and as always, this show may contain mature language and might contain spoilers for the games or media that we talk about. With me, as always, are my two co-hosts. First off is our old man machinist, blogger, and tabletop RPG enthusiast, whom is probably coming into this episode with a sense of dread over the results of our prediction episode. Hi, Brandon!
Yes, it's true, I am. Also, I don't have standards. Happy May the 4th to all who celebrate. May the 4th serve you well. But you're not here to talk about the merits of Star Wars Day. You know what you're here for. It's what we're all here for. Did you guys see the reviews for the Bismarck's new location they opened up on the moon?
No.
Yeah, they're not super positive. General consensus is the food's great, but there's no atmosphere.
No.
I feel like you've used that one before.
I have not. I checked. I was wondering that same thing.
I've heard it before. I've heard that one before.
Probably made that joke off the cuff in the middle of the show, but I don't record the jokes I make in the middle of the show.
Fair.
So
that's fair. Also with us, of course, is Resident Chaos Goblin, cat mom, artist, and a woman who is a week removed from a grievous post-FanFest burn. Hi, Meagan.
Hello. So apparently, when they write the filling is hot on the pies at Jollibee, they fucking mean that shit. So I like ube as a flavor.
Yeah.
It's very tasty. And they were serving ube pies. So me and Ward, of course, on the way home from FanFest, like, there's no Jollibees near where we live, but there are Jollibees near Anaheim. So we stopped at the one between Anaheim and where we live. And I was, of course, I wanted to try the pie. So I got the pie. The outside didn't feel that hot. I bit directly into it, thus squeezing out a huge globule of purple magma that just went straight down my shirt. I wasn't even wearing a low-cut shirt. It just was like a slight V-neck, and it just went like straight down my cleavage, and it was so hot it was burning me. And they didn't give us any napkins with our meal, and Ward was trapped in the corner of the booth, and so he's just like, and I'm like, and I'm like running up to I had to like scramble out of the booth, run up to the counter, and be like, napkins, please. And the guy was like, oh, okay. And so I'm like scooping purple fucking red hot goo out of my shirt. And it left like a red burn, like a line straight down, like from the top of my chest, like straight down. I call it my boob crack. I've
known about this for I think like hours after it happened, and I have no words. How do you find yourself into such amazingly bad circumstances?
I will say, ADD comes with a lack of spatial awareness. But I don't think that is the cause this time. I tried to eat the pie. Apparently you could eat pie wrong. I didn't. Color me surprised.
Nope.
Boobay on your boobay.
Boobay burned my boobay.
That other voice you just heard is a familiar guest to the show, was with us for the Waifu Wars and Husbando Hullabaloo, and was also with Meagan, myself, and Ward for FanFest in person. Hi, Lisa.
Well, hello. I came back from FanFest with an incredible cold. It's so much fun. My best souvenir.
Yeah, same. Me and Ward both, we got fucking trucked. Ward has recovered to the point where he is at work today. He's the kind of guy who's like, I can stand up. I have to go to work. Like, no! But, like, they sent him home several days. Like, no, go home. You're disgusting.
Good.
But, yeah, he's at work today. But he's, like, over the hump. And I think I'm over the hump today. But, like, oh, my God. I literally slept for 24 hours, I don't know, a couple days ago. Like, I was like, I'm just going to lay down and take a nap. And then I'm like, oh, it's the middle of the night and I'm still tired. Yeah, I'm I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I took copious amounts of vitamin C 2 weeks before this whole trip, and so far, knock on wood, so good. It's been a week. I think I'm in the clear as far as Concred goes. I'm sorry that the three of you've had to endure it, though.
I apologize to anybody I may have spread my Concred to in the amount of hugs I gave out. I feel bad.
You, man,
we touched
you
the
may have
ice cream
given-
cone crops. So
you may have given Koji Fox a cold.
He may have given it to me, though. It goes
That's
no way.
also true. That is also true.
He's just as big a hugger as I am.
That is true.
Why does that not
Yeah,
at all
he
surprise me?
even said as much. Well, this is our first episode removed from FanFest. There's plenty for us to talk about and be hyped about. Of course, most of us here were there in person and got to experience things. It was my first FanFest. Lisa, it was yours too. And for Meagan and Ward, it was second. Yes?
yes,
Yes.
yeah, we got to go to Las Vegas.
That said, I want to give Brandon the opportunity to say anything on his mind, any reaction he has first before we take away everything. Because I feel like there's definitely a lot of things, there are a lot of takeaways that we can take from FanFest from unique from our perspective, and we can talk more not just about like what was announced, but we can talk about just our experiences there. But for you, it's kind of like you were at home, you digested it off the internets, however you did. I don't know if you watched the keynote live or not, but just in general, what are your thoughts and feelings on Evercold and everything else we found out about?
I gotta say, the number of what the heck was that?
That is someone going by on a very loud moped or something. So
That sounded like a freaking tugboat.
I
I thought it was like a penalty horn. Like, oh, you like it was a bit like you were setting up Brandon to talk. And as soon as he started, you were like, no.
yeah. And of course, now that we've talked about this, it's going to be very hard to edit out. So I'm just going to keep it in the show.
You better.
I live in a weird neighborhood. Anyway, do commence.
I was just gonna say, the amount of just the general gameplay systems that have kind of been in the game for so long, with just the daily things, your tasks you're supposed to do, all the systemic changes that just change how the game is going to be played by a majority of people going forward. I did not expect them to finally decide, all right, yeah, we're gonna completely overhaul this. We're gonna make it more structured around a weekly series of things you can do. It reminded me a lot of Chloe's Tales with the preview they showed.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm honestly that was probably the most shocking thing to me. I'm also amazed we're getting a color picker for hair and especially skin tones
Yep.
for
Skin's a
character
crazy one.
customizations. Yeah, I have a friend who headcanons his character as half Seawolf Rogadin, so he plays him with a mod that turns his Highlander Hearer green skinned. And he was pretty hyped about that. He no longer needs a mod to support
Oh.
that.
Get ready for the Shrek invasion.
Yeah.
Oh, not just the Shrek invasion. I already know of a group of Lalafels on my server who are going to be going full blue skin and be Smurfs.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah,
No.
the new way in which they're having people play jobs, starting with the two new ones. They're not going to have the old hotbar set up, and even writing that in for pretty much everybody. Frankly, I expect I expect the old style to be retired for everybody in the future, but we'll see if that happens. Yeah, there was a whole lot of systemic changes that I both did not see coming and am pretty hyped about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and my personal favorite, you can reflect your highest level items from one job to another.
Yes.
That is super
Stop.
huge.
That's
I'm so fucking hyped for that.
And
As somebody who loves to do everything ranged and heal, that is oh yes.
Mhm.
I think that got the biggest pop from the crowd at the keynote.
I would
Yeah.
not be surprised at all.
It was so funny. Every time that they announced some sort of big news, the whole convention center was like, oh
Oh my God,
like,
yes.
the discourse was
Yeah.
going on. It was like being at the forum.
Well,
When
I mean, if you think about it, like this fan fest, the North American Fan Fest is not known for big announcements. Like this is known as the Fan Fest where they tease you a lot. And mind you, they did a lot of teasing. They said, oh, we'll tell you more in Berlin. We'll tell you more in Tokyo. But still, they dropped some bombs.
Well, we
Yeah,
do
this,
always
like-
get the reveal trailer, or the teaser. But yeah, they don't. They're always like, "Here's my shirt. Guess the job."
I loved it when they made the announcement for the Evolve jobs during keynote, and then there was that space of time between keynote and dev panel where people were just grumbling and mumbling and angry, and then they showed the Evolve jobs on the dev panel, and people were freaking out. But yeah, it was like rutabaga, rutabaga, rutabaga. You couldn't hear the dev panel because the crowd was so chatty.
I would say that like the vibes I got from the whole dev panel thing when they went further in depth on the Evolve thing is it seemed like vibes were generally positive about it. Like I know a few people that I talked to at the con about it were like, yeah, I mean, I don't know why I would stick with the Reborn one, why I wouldn't just go to Evolved. And I think that's kind of their plan. I mean, Brandon, I think you have a point that eventually they'll probably retire the Reborn ones, but I would say that's probably going to be an expansion or two down the line, and that also it heavily depends on how well the Evolved looks are received.
Yeah, the general consensus from like I was getting all of my news as to what was happening from Reddit because it was in the middle of a work day. So all I had to do was like all I could do was basically like tab over to Reddit and refresh things, hoping that someone would make a new thread with new announcements rather than the single mega thread, which is impossible to sort correctly. And the general consensus seemed to be that, especially with the Reborn versus Evolved and the mock-ups they had for the week-based system of progression, that there was a lot of like angry, I don't like this. This is just like insert game with a battle pass here. And
I was a little concerned when it first popped up. I'm like, that looks like Battle Pass.
Yeah, well, it was basically like, look, these are just mock-ups. Y'all need to wait for the actual dev panels. And then as the the con went on, and we got more in-depth explanation as to what was happening, a lot of people seem to have their opinions flipped on it. They're like, okay, this is better than what I was afraid of.
There is a takeaway that Garrett from Grinding Gear had in the when they were talking about their reactions to it, and I'm going to be hugely paraphrasing him, but one thing he brought up, and I got to agree with him, is that whole character panel mock-up battle pass looky kind of thing, even though it's not really a battle pass, a huge plus for that thing is it shows your character like in a pose, in a stance, and not just standing there looking like they've had no sleep for 16 hours. That's a huge improvement already. And if you can alter that pose and such, just like how you can like change poses in the adventure panel, I think obviously one thing that they are going for is more ways to customize the experience so that you can live your virtual hero fantasy more the way you want to. And there is even a chance, albeit a small chance, but there's even a chance that sometime down the line, the butt slider may actually be a thing.
All I see is Yoshi P with his head down on the inflatable dice. Thank you.
That inflatable die was a gift from the heavens, wasn't it? So there was a Q&A panel for Yoshi P answering questions that were like easy, medium, and savage difficulty. And he kept on rolling the die in such a way that always ended up, most of the time ended up on the hardest questions. Like all of the hardest questions were asked. Mind you, I don't think the questions in the savage tier were necessarily super hard. The butt slider one was probably the one he disliked the most. But it was fun and amusing, and the fact that it kept on showing up Savage a good majority of the roles was pretty funny.
Wait, I don't think I saw like any of his reactions to any of the questions. What was his reaction to the butt slider thing?
Oh, you've got to pull it up on YouTube. I would not do it justice. You have to watch it.
Okay.
But you have to watch the butt slider one and then the hair one. Like,
yes,
because they're related in a way that only you will appreciate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I appreciated it too. Quick question. I don't want to go off on this tangent yet, but I do need to check with everybody. Has everyone done the MSQ for 7.5?
Yes.
I just did it yesterday. I'm like, or it's like, do you feel up to sitting in a chair? I was like, yes. He's like, what about reading? I'm like, listening.
Okay. There might be 7.5 spoilers at some point in this episode, but fair warning to people listening, because I know not everyone does 7.5 like super right away after it comes out. Some of you may be waiting for 7.5 to do it all, but giving you fair warning right now, there might be 7.5 MSQ spoilers, so now you know. Anyway.
May I make a comment regarding the Evolve job system?
Yes.
I'm a scholar main. I have 3+ hotbars full of stuff.
Yeah.
I want Evolve mode so fucking bad.
I want less buttons, man. Too many buttons. Once you have like 2 full action bars and then another one that you're clicking, oh, no, it's too much.
Yeah. It's getting a little excessive on certain jobs more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Healing is like a fucking disaster zone.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I do have breaking news.
He broke something.
Lisa's already aware of this, but breaking news: I healed my first dungeon earlier this week on Scholar.
Wow!
Like baby Scholar,
like level 100 Scholar.
Oh,
you got to remember, I had 100 Summoner, and I have a substantial amount of gil, and I'm an Omnicrafter, so gearing up 100 Scholar was not too difficult. Took me about an hour to gear it up. So yeah, I haven't done anything at level 100 yet. I haven't done any trials or anything like that. I'm still kind of nervous about that. But I did a couple of dungeons with trusted friends, and I was mediocre.
You had me at your tank.
But you lived.
Sorry.
How many wipes were there? Full group wipes.
There were no wipes. There were a couple of deaths.
Okay, fair enough.
There was a lot of kiting.
Oh,
it was beautiful.
I would say Scholars. Everybody says that White Mage is the easiest one, but I don't know. You have a fucking babysitter with you when you're Scholar. Like, you don't even have to do all the healing.
The problem is that if you only like ever heal in like, ARR or Heavensward level content, like I normally do when I level healer jobs, you tend to rely on that fairy a little too much. And then you start doing like higher level content and you're like, oh dear God, the fairy is not going to do my job for me anymore.
Push more buttons, and see, I haven't had that experience just yet. It's like there are all these buttons that I did not press.
You gotta spend your little glowy tokens, like put down the bubble, and then when everybody's like, "Ow!" then do the big whooshy. Everybody's feeling better.
And I love how technical you're getting with this. Go on,
and keep the book page on the tank. There you go.
We gotta pull you through some 100 content.
I'm scared. Okay, yeah, Emerald Weapon Extreme, right? Let's go, huh?
No.
Take him into an ultimate. Just do it.
Oh, the new
Meagan. I want to ask, what was the biggest pop for you? I have a prediction, but it's really obvious. But let me see. Prove me wrong. What was the biggest thing from FanFest for you?
Well, I'm just excited to have less buttons. That's the main thing.
Okay.
And I'm also like really hype for the story. And yes, it's the fucking cat people.
There it is. we were
cats in overalls. Oh my God. They have little dwarf beards. They live in literal cat trees. Okay.
Like Ewoks? I missed that part.
Like Lord of the Rings hobbits meets cats.
Oh my
No, like
God.
Ewoks, yeah, basically. And, But
Okay.
like they're little huts, like up in trees, and then they had that was like in the it was like design art, so it's like a little grove of trees with little huts all in it, and then they had these little like doodles of the size of the cats and how small they are, but they were, it was just like a little blob with little ears on it, and then they had one of the little blobs in like a literal round cat bed that like a real cat would have, and like so that and like an arrow into the hut. So like there's gonna be cat furniture in the huts. I'm gonna have to roll. I'm gonna have to go, Lala. I'm gonna have to get in
Do
there.
you think Lala can go in there?
They absolutely can. They better. Oh my! They're planning to let it. They're planning what's inside. That means we could go inside.
Mhm.
I'm going to join my people. I'm gonna roll Lala. I'm gonna slap the wolf ears on, and you will never see me again.
I really wonder how much of a push there will be to make them playable. I mean, they weren't announced as playable, and I don't think they'll be playable at launch, but I feel like a lot of people are going to want them to be playable so that you have the full cat spectrum, right? Tall, medium, and small.
Baby, girl, and woman.
Yeah.
Well, we currently have boy and man, and girl and woman. We need baby.
Yeah. Also, interesting question, like a random thing from the Q&A was, why can't we have big giant dragon ladies?
Oh, that was amazing.
I want like a sexually dimorphic race that is opposite. It doesn't necessarily also have to be Aura, but I'm like, I'm a huge fan of size difference, but I want it to go every direction. I don't just want it to be big males. Like, that's kind of the cliche. It's a cliche for a reason. Me likey, but me also likey a giant woman and a little guy.
Mhm.
The closest we really got with that is Vieira, and it's not like the difference is that big, but that
like
they have
they're slightly
done it.
shorter.
Yeah.
They're not like it's not like the Aura is absolutely redonkulous. Like, she is the size of his thigh. It's very silly. And what it implies about Aura is actually the opposite of what most people seem to think it implies. Penis size is created by the size of the female's hips, people, not by the size of the male. So it's a gorilla situation, all right?
Yes. Wonderful.
The more you know.
You've got to be. It's just like a fact of biology. Like, if there's little tiny ladies, they want to mate with the ladies. Unless it's like a fucking duck situation, which I don't. I don't want to know that. Ducks have corkscrew penises.
Thank you. I was confused. Well, don't raccoons too?
Well, okay, ducks literally have like sex war. Like, the females literally evolved corkscrew vaginas to have less sex, and then the duck males were like, haha, corkscrew penis, and I'm gonna chase you down and like fucking drill you, literally. And it's horrible. And like, literally during duck mating season, people will like freak out at ponds and be like, they're killing her. No, they're not killing her.
We are earning every pixel of that explicit tag right now.
Look, this is educational, god damn it. If you use this in your hentai tags, I am not responsible.
Wow.
It's going to take a lot of restraint not to mention the word corkscrew in the episode title. Anyway, all right. So, Lisa, biggest big thing pop for you from FanFest?
From the announcements?
Yeah, or just in general. I mean, there may have been something that just being there was bigger than the announcement itself, but you go ahead.
I feel like I have to keep them separate because the other is endless. But announcements, I think my biggest favorite announcement was the fact that they're making the new middle tier for raids.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I can get my old static to come back for that. So I'm very excited about that too.
Savage scares the crap out of me. And normal can get boring sometimes. So to have a middle ground makes me very, very happy. Oh, that and what do they call it? Action skins? Some kind of a skin?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of details as to how that was going to work.
I get the feeling it's probably going to be like carbuncle glamorous or whatever. Ooh. Like, it's probably going to be some, like, you unlock it through your trainer and then you can be like, something glamour this spell to this spell. That's my
I love that.
let's be real. There might be some that are unlocked via like quests and content, but this has shop written all over it.
Yeah.
You take that back.
I can't. I mean, I'm not being pessimistic. I'm just being realistic.
Well, the first one's free. You know that.
Oh yeah, you get the first one free. Sure. I am excited about job action skins with Summoner because I feel it is a legit way that they could pull off bringing in other primals like Ramu, not Titan, Ramu, Shiva, Leviathan.
I want Shiva.
Can you bring in Ivana? Sing to me.
Shiva, is my spirit animal. And wait, would you think she'll step on me when I summon her?
There it is.
Clack. Oh my dude. Okay, so we're at FanFest, right? And last year when we were there, they did not have any commercials on the screen. Last time that we were there. This time they had like 3 commercials just constantly running. And one of them was for the surround sound technology with Jesse Cox was in the commercial. And one of the things that he's doing to demonstrate how good the surround sound is getting stepped on by Shiva. Okay. So I had to watch that fucking foot click 100 times. See Jesse's face nice.
Do you think Jesse knew that he would be plastered around?
I hope probably not, because it was so annoying by the end. And oh my god! But it was also very funny that his other wow, the surround sound is so good was just getting surrounded by Lalafels and all having them / greet him and laugh. He was like, "No, this is great." It's you are Superman, Jesse.
That was great. That was also on my highlight list. Was the immersive game pack by Embody?
Ooh, not sponsored.
Good. Not sponsored at all. No, just a fangirl fanning the F out, man. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I didn't even go over to that stuff. I thought that by avoiding crowds, I could maybe avoid being sick, but no. When me and Ward were in line for an hour and a half to take a picture with a cutout of Graha Tia, there was a furry behind us.
Okay, I've got some real talk here. So there's a lot about FanFest that I absolutely loved. Announcements were great. Cosplay was great. Met some interesting people. Got some really awesome moments, one of which I will mention before the end. But if I had to be critical of anything, it's that I don't get the games. And what I mean by that is they had photo spot opportunities, and they had games and such. They're kind of like carny games with with a Final Fantasy spin on it. But the thing is,
this worked so much better in Las Vegas, where they had people in costume as gleaners giving out quests and being like, "Go play this game, get a sticker from the guy, come back to me, and then I'll give you a quest complete." And then at the end, you got a little sticker book, instead of just being look at the app to see where you get the stickers.
Right.
And it made it feel like being at the Ren Fair. When you go to the Ren Fair, they've got all the little carnival games, but it's all kind of themed to the Renaissance Fair. Also, I feel like the games were more themed last time, because they had the fucking the evil carbuncle raid had just come out, Pandemonium. The big fucker, where you have to dodge a bunch. And so they had a giant cutout of the carbuncle, and the game that you played in it was the press the buttons as fast as you can game. So it was you were kind of dodging around the thing. So it was the games felt way more actually on brand and themed, and they had in-character interactions. And it felt so fun to be called "Hello, adventurer," from a gleaner. I was and I really thought that, Los Angeles is the home of 1 million unemployed actors. Why not? You know how many fucking medieval times we have around here? I'm sure you can get some LARPers.
So there was that, but also it's people were waiting for ridiculous amounts of times, an hour and a half.
To stand with a cardboard, not even, just a cutout. It cut out, and it wasn't even positioned well. It was kind of up, they had Graha sitting on a couch, so he's sitting in the pose, but they have the whole standee on the couch Like, it's not in front of the couch, so it looks like he's sitting on the couch. No, it's like up on the couch. It was very, very silly. The only one that was actually cool was they had an actual Honeybee Lovely cosplayer taking pictures with people.
That one was pretty cool.
I didn't even go that direction. I went the opposite. Nope.
I took a picture from afar because by that time Ward had dragged me through the Grahatia cardboard cutout line and I was done with lines. You would think that, like, between the two of us that I would be the one rabid to go get a picture with Grahatia, but I was like, no. Ward really just, he likes collecting shit and he wanted the stickers. So he's like, this is the sticker of Graha and Cryle, my two favorites, so we have to wait in this line. I was like, oh God. And then by the end of the night, the line was so long, it had come out of the queue and was like stretching across, and they weren't letting anybody else get in it, and they were just giving people stickers. So we're like, take the sticker and leave.
Oh my God.
And honestly, I wish there was an option to have just done that. It's like, oh, stay in the line for an hour and a half or so to get a sticker. Can I just have the sticker?
I was also really upset on behalf of the artists that submitted their art. This art gallery was crap. It was literally like these little tiny, like 3x6 postcards, like clipped onto onto like a clothesline. So like you gotta like tilt your head, like they're not even straight. It's like and they're so tiny. Last year they had this adorable little like covered wagon. God, it was themed after something. I can't remember. They had a big like Old Charlian section. So I think it was themed after like Old Charlian, and they even had like a little barrel that had like a plastic top on it, and you could look down at it and like see the music box that someone had created with the really famous one from that year of like I think one half is like the Crystal Exarch on one side and I can't remember who's on the other, but anyway. And like they had like movie screens like playing the video submissions like on a loop. I don't think there was any sound, but it was like, inlaid in the wagon. You could see the videos playing. But
were there video submissions for this year?
There were. And they pinned up postcards of screenshots from them.
What?
Yes.
I only voted on the original artistic content. Like, I didn't even go the other way.
All of the like handcrafted.
How do you vote a video based on a screenshot?
You have to open up the app and then go to the YouTube link and then watch the video on your own fucking phone in the middle of this convention center where everything's happening. No, it was terrible. And like
they could have put that on the screen between panels instead of Jesse Cox.
Yes!
No hate to Jesse, man. I love Jesse, but they could have filled the time with that.
I feel like Jesse was like, haha, I'm here to lend some of my credibility.
I stole my Jesse Cox hug when he suddenly bombarded the immersive game pack booth for the raffle. I was like, Jesse, you promised me a hug. He's like, I did. I wonder if he's got my crud now.
Oh, poor.
Or did he give it to you?
Yeah, who's patient zero? But
probably
anyway.
the furry. No.
And also they didn't bring any of the actual like handmade goods that people had made. Like there was crochet projects, there were like crafted projects, and it was just like postcard pictures.
It was postcard pictures.
I was so disappointed. I was like, this was one of the coolest things. And like in Las Vegas, they literally had quests that were like kind of like riddles. And it was like you have to figure out. It was something that was like you had to like push things and like buttons or something in a certain order, like on the cart, and like then a drawer would open, and then you would like see what was inside it, and then you would tell the gleaner what was inside to prove that you had like solved the thing. And it was fun. It was like a little, like a little quest. I just want to go on a quest.
So one question I have. I think that if I'm not mistaken, was this fan fest in terms of like attendance significantly larger?
Oh yeah, way bigger. I think that's kind of. I feel like I'm being so nostalgic for the last fan fest because it was a much smaller venue, much smaller crowd, so it felt a lot more intimate. Especially the music concert, the Primals one at least. We got to be on front row for the piano concert, so that was fantastic. But the Primals concert. We had shitty seats for the Primal concert in Las Vegas because we had been we managed to snag some merch last minute because they also had merch issues in Las Vegas while people were like getting ready for the concert. And so we came in last minute. We were literally completely off to the side in like the final row of like one section, and we still had a great view and had a great time. I don't. We had a pretty good view. We were in bad seats, but the main problem was like we were just so far back. Like we're in our good seats, we were so much farther back than me and Ward were in Las Vegas, and it was like I would say it's at least twice the amount of seats.
It didn't help that people in front of us were standing up.
No, I mean we could have stood up, but I didn't. I don't want to.
I didn't want to be asses to the people behind us. That's why I didn't stand up.
I would have died.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was like, well, I don't want to start like a. But anyway, I don't know. It did feel a lot less sentiment. I do think it's just the fact that there's just so many more people. But I'm also like, I don't know. I didn't have as many interactions with like cosplayers and people like being their characters because in Las Vegas, there wasn't that much like con space around. So when people are like goofing off, they're in the middle of the floor and like everybody can see it. Whereas this one, there's like 2 halls, they're gigantic, and it's so crowded. There were points where we were literally just like shuffling our feet to move forward. So like, I don't know, the funniest fucking thing ever could be happening 10 feet away from me. I would have no idea.
Oh man, you needed to bump into Side Quest Lady.
Was that the one that gave you the chick?
That was, yes. I can't believe I found her again. Oh my fuck.
Well, that one was like, oh, they've got somebody giving quests. I'm like, no, that was a fan. We're making our own fun.
It was definitely someone making their own fun, and they were so shocked I completed my quest and found her
again. Lisa, what were some of the highlights for you as far as like not necessarily keynote stuff, but just the experience itself?
Oh my god, it's just the people. Like getting the opportunity to meet so many people, whether they're like the bottom of the chain or the top of the chain.
I will say, it was so cool to be in such a hugely diverse crowd and just knowing that everybody there loves the same game as me. Like people I would never expect or think I would have something in common with. And I'm like, oh no, they're here. That means that like they love this game. Like, the amount of money and effort it took to get these fucking tickets. Nobody's here casually.
No, everybody was there, loved the game. Except, of course, some of the staff who aren't Square Enix staff.
Oh, God. Yeah, the poor convention center staff.
They had no idea what it was. The staff member in the audience had zero clue what was going on.
Oh my god! During the Primals concert, so we're in like the front row of one of the sections. So there's like a walkway in front of us. So one of the convention staff is like standing at the crossroads just to make sure that nobody's like stopping in the aisle. And she's just like this absolutely normal. I don't know. She looks like 20 years old. On stage, they're doing the fucking Dancing Green theme song, and like 4 people come out in like disco outfits with frog heads on and start like doing the disco dance, and she just like turns around backwards with the most fucking like, what in the fuck is going on? I'm like, oh, sorry, girl. Yeah. Good. And we're all going nuts. We're like, yeah.
I think
for my tea.
My favorite moment is like if any listeners don't know, I fractured my heel before the event.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck in this gigantic cam boot and a cane. And Ro and I were in queue for registration when ADA staff pulled me out and they said, ma'am, come downstairs. We're going to get you registered for ADA. So he and I had ADA access, which was amazing.
Fucking tastic.
I can't even. Like, their ADA awareness was so through the roof. But that got us in early, like a half hour every morning, I think. So we would get to see the whole, like, the bigwigs, Yoshi P and Soken and Koji Fox and Foxconn. Everybody just walked by as their way in, and Koji just stopped for people's autographs. And I'm just like, you promised hugs when you were on the floor, so I want my hug, so I got my hug. Oh, it was amazing. And then that same morning, Ro was like, there's a standby line for the meet and greet, because he didn't get the lottery.
I didn't win the drawing for it, yeah. Right. But there was a standby line, and I'm like, oh, well, I mean, no one else is technically in the line yet. I could be at the front of it, and I felt a little guilty about that, but at the same time, it's like, I mean,
right.
The opportunity was there, and I would be dumb not to take it.
And I was truly broken. So He stands in line. I stand next to him, and out comes this gentleman who met us in the ADA line for merch day. His name was Will. And he's like, Lisa, I finally get to see you in the event. Hi, it's great to see you. And he's like, let's get you a chair. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, thank you. But after an hour and a half, almost 2 hours of chilling, we get in and we're randomly given to Koji Fox. And he screams, I get to hug you again.
Aww, that's adorable.
It was epic hug stories. I think that is my favorite takeaway memory, is just Koji and his massive excitement for hugging folk.
My favorite takeaway did not happen at FanFest.
Was it your experience at Jollibee?
It's funny you should mention that, because yes, it was my experience at Jollibee. So
wait. Did you two get ube on your boobay?
No. I did not.
Man,
thankfully.
you guys had a great experience at Jollibee. Unlike us.
I think it's a user problem, because I've had 2 ube pies and neither has erupted onto my chest.
I've never had a pie that's filling is so viscous. Like, usually there's like chunks of fruit, or it's never just like a paste, you know?
It was good.
It was very good. And I'm like, looking back on it, yeah, ube is kind of like a potato. So I guess it being full of like hot mashed potatoes kind of makes sense. But good God, it wasn't even like a booby shirt. It wasn't even like a cleavage shirt. It just had a very slight V to the top. If I'd just been wearing a t-shirt, I would have been fine. I would have like got goo on my t-shirt, but no, straight down the titties, down the hole.
So it wasn't pie, Ro.
No.
What was your Jollibee favorite experience?
So we got in on Wednesday, not even day 0, day -1, because people could register on Thursday, and we did do that. But the day before that, we get in, and I'm like, well, Anaheim's Jollibee is like being all special, dressed up and decorated for the crossover since it's so close to FanFest. Let's go check it out. Now, mind you, it's 10 in the morning right now. I've had no sleep for about the past 30 hours, because I was so excited about the thing. I couldn't sleep the night before, couldn't sleep on the flight. So I've been up for a minute. We get in at 10 a.m. and it's like, well, it's early, but let's get chicken, get the code for the emote and check this stuff out and take pictures of all this. And we'll walk around to the front, and there's a crowd gathered up, and there's a couple people taking pictures at the front where there's this aetheryte, and I look and I do a double take, because it's freaking Soken and Yoshi P taking pictures out at the aetheryte in front of this Jollibee, and I'm stunned for a minute. I'm like, holy shit. So I took a couple pictures of that, and I thought, like, wow, what timing. This is so freaking cool. Go inside. I mean, I didn't want to fanboy too hard. Go inside. Yeah.
Missed the spot.
Yeah. Oh, so the ground was decorated. There's an aetheryte in front of the thing. The ground was also decorated with the same like grass that you would see in the game and stuff. And it was very pixelated. And as I went in, I said, some high-res graphics, referring to the grass. You had to be there and see the grass to get it. It was like seeing the frickin' Charlatan grapes as far as like the floor that they had. It was amusing. But so we go inside, order food, wait for our number to be called up, and as we're waiting for our food, the crowd of people that were outside, so like a whole bunch of Square Enix staff and Yoshi P, Soken, Koji Fox, Foxclon, and they had a whole bunch of people taking pictures. Now they come inside the Jollibee, and they are coming in to have lunch. They are roping off a section of the store. They are ordering stuff. And Yoshi P is signing this standee that's in front of the counter. And I am literally 10 feet away from Yoshi P. And then our number gets called up as he is signing this standee. And I'm like, there's this mass of people and I just want to go get my food. And that means I literally have to walk by Yoshi P. And I'm like, how do I do this tactfully and also without losing my goddamn fucking mind? And so I go get the first, because Lisa also got food. I had to go twice to get 2 trays of food and bring it over to where we were eating. And I get the first tray and I walk by Yoshi P and I say, and I want to say something. I don't know what to say. So the first words out of my mouth are, see you Friday. And little did I know that in that moment, someone took a picture of Yoshi P smiling at me in response to me saying, see you Friday. Because I figured he understands English to a degree. I figured he'd understand at least that much. So Lisa got a picture of me in Jollibee with this tray of food in my hand, and I'm it's comical. It's funny. It's kind of wholesome, and Yoshi P is just smiling. And it's like best pick of the whole damn thing for me. The best moment there is just it was so freaking surreal. And then we're eating lunch literally a few feet away from the roped off section where all of them were eating lunch. We had people from Square Enix's like marketing team or community team that talking to us and such, and it was weird. The manager of Jollibee was talking to Lisa for like a half an hour about Jollibee and such, and Lewis, his name is Lewis, a great guy, real friendly guy. Got us extra stickers, which was cool. So shout out to Lewis there. It was my first time being at a Jollibee. They don't have any in North Central Ohio. I think the closest one to me is Chicago.
On it.
Yeah, they're working on it. It was just a remarkable surprise experience and not something I expected on my FanFest trip at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Like, there were no announcements made that they were going to be there for that. It was a totally absolute random coincidence that we happened to be there.
It was so funny because you posted on Discord, you're like, this is a good day to go to Jollibee. And I just like glanced at it and just thought it was like 2 people in front of Jollibee. I assumed it was you two. And I was like in the middle of finishing our cosplay. And so then later I'm like, I like sit down, I look at it closely, I'm like, is that fucking Yoshi P? Fuck.
And then we're in Brian, mostly you. It's my head is like showing. We're in like half a second background of the official FF Jollibee Instagram video. I love it. It was just, it's our claim to fame.
It's like a half second. I'm like, well, what's funny is you said, I'll see you on Friday. And then we were in the front fucking row. So,
oh, God. Oh,
yeah. God. That was because I did not expect to get front row seats for this thing. Now, mind you, I've gone to a number of BlizzCons, and back in the day of going to BlizzCon, I did WoW podcasts and stuff, and I had media access, which allowed me to get in early, kind of like how the ADA people did. And I never really tried to sit up front because I just felt weird about it. This time, I went for the front because why the hell not? Other people were, and I was like, I really don't know. Now, mind you, the next FanFest would be like 2 to 3 years away from now. I honestly don't know if I will get the opportunity to go to a gathering quite like this again. And it's like, if I don't do it now, then when? Mm-hmm. So lucky, very lucky, fortunate, grateful, albeit a little guilty to be Lisa's +1. We got front row seats. Because of that, we were able to get Meagan and Ward up with us in front row, which blew their minds so much that they got us lunch.
Thank you for that.
It was so fucking cool. Oh my God. That was the best part for me, was having those seats. And so Ward sent me a little message about like his experience of what happened. Mm-hmm. But I just want to read his quote, unforgettable moment. Koji Fox's piercing stare as I uttered the words Mr. Prime.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
he was looking Ward dead in the eye. So even if other people were saying Mr. Prime behind Ward, Ward is the one that like put it in his ears. Like
point of order on this. Yes. So this guy that was behind the evolve system, he was also the one behind the
Tanaka, right?
Yeah. He was also behind the math boss in the whole freaking what's the name? Why can't I remember?
Lighthouse something.
Evil East raids in the Evil East raid. Yeah, in the lighthouse.
Yeah, it's the Ritterana Lighthouse.
Yep. So he was behind that, and so then Ward and a couple other people in the area around us were saying Mr. Prime. We were sitting along with a lot of people from the Grinding Gear community, in which, I mentioned Garrett and Kyle. It's the community that's, it has a free company on Coral, been following them. And I'm super great friends with Garrett and Kyle. Got to talk with them a bit too during the Fan Fest and see some other great people. But yeah, Ward said it probably the loudest, and I feel like he said it first. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter who specifically is responsible. But I just want to bring this. Lisa, you didn't say exactly how you injured your foot, right? Or did you?
I did not. Do you want to share with the world? Wait, do you want my story or the story the jib crane operator gave me?
Basically, you go ahead and tell the story, but I just want to say I want you folks to realize that if what happened to Lisa hadn't have happened, we wouldn't be in the front row, and Mr. Prime may have not been heard loud enough that Koji Fox would have caught it and went with it.
God.
So explain what happened.
What is it? Almost 2 months ago, I was arranging my office for some remote work, and I was installing a second monitor, and I'm not the most tech savvy. There's cables and cords everywhere, and I'm swearing up and down, it's hot. Ugh. And one of the cords shifts when I'm moving a monitor, and it drags with it a 2-pound Yankee candle.
Oh, God.
Which falls directly on top of my foot. And I'm screaming forever. Me, being the dumbass that I am, walk around on the foot for a month thinking it's just bruised, it's fine, I'm not going to go to urgent care, it's a $500 copay. When it wasn't better in a month, I went to the podiatrist, and he's like, you fractured your heel all the way through width to width. So thank you,
God.
Yankee Candle, sage flavor that will never be in my house ever again, for putting us in the front row seats. So his name was, I had to Google it, and then I lost it.
Tanaka, right?
Hikaru Tamaki.
Tamaki.
Okay.
Mr. Prime, who, may I tell all those who aren't aware, is not good at math.
Yeah, right? How dare you?
But yes, and to the Grinding Gear community, we had a gentleman named Matt sitting next to us.
Darkman, yeah.
Yeah, did I just dox a man? Ooh.
I mean, it's fine. He knows. He goes by both, but yes.
Who's the one sitting next to Ward?
Darkman.
Yeah, that was him.
Mm-hmm. They were chatting a lot. It was very cute.
Do you think Darkman has our con cred?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, man, we
have not checked.
My throat was hurting by the second day, but I was screaming a lot, so...
Mine started Wednesday morning.
I have no idea. I kind of always feel just a little bit sick, like when I'm in a big like social outing experience anyway, because especially at like a loud place where I have to like shout just to be heard, and then like when I'm watching concerts and shit and I'm just screaming constantly, I was like, I'm not gonna have a voice anymore, and I'm okay with that.
But when Ro described the butterfly effect of stupid Yankee Candle, or as Chris the Jib Man says, I was bitten by a shark while surfing, that blew my mind. Because never would I have gone to the front row because they had ADA sections in the audience for chairs. And then they told us you can actually sit anywhere you want to. And for anybody wondering, front row seats were perfect because my right foot needs to stick out a lot and I have a cane. So not having to worry about people trying to squiggle by me was the perfect seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got to be on the corner.
Oh, it was so perfect.
Yeah, it's crazy how a candle may be responsible for Mr. Prime now being a thing for the rest of his days. We are so just like that. We are approaching about time for the show.
Oh my God.
I know, it's like, where did an hour go? Is there anything, but before we get to some necessary business, is there anything from FanFest, any memories or anything that you haven't gotten out yet?
Can I read Ward's little paragraph he wrote?
Yes, please.
All right. Ward said, FanFest is made for the fans. Hearing the room go wild with the expansion reveal, absolutely lose their minds for Evangelion, become bee-pilled by Amanda, scream their lungs out for Scream, and generally dance with Dancing Green like no one is watching. My unforgettable moment, the Koji thing. And then he says, the game is evolving now like all games that mature do. Doesn't feel like chasing trends, but try something new to see what works. And he's looking forward to it intensifies. He's like looking forward to it intensifies. And he needs a shirt with the new copy pasta. He will unironically wear it in public. And he says that this FanFest was a lot more enjoyable than the last one, post-con sickness included. Like he doesn't mind that he got sick. He didn't even get sick from Vegas. I got COVID and he was like fucking fine the whole time. We live in a studio. I don't know how the fuck he did that. But
no, it was great. It was, and may I say, it was fantastic to meet all three of you.
Yeah, I think that's what me and Ward really enjoyed this time, is that even in BlizzCon, we would like meet up with people occasionally and like have dinner or do something like that, but like we didn't really hang out with friends like the whole time, like this time, and that was really special. I had fun.
It definitely would have been a very different feel of FanFest if it had been even just Lisa and I checking out. I think the four of us hanging out together made it a wonderful experience, and I'm sorry, Brandon, for all the FOMO I am passing on to you right now.
We were a light party. Yeah.
We were a light party, god damn it.
Was Bro the tank? Is that why he didn't get sick?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. Rose the tank. Are you the new tank?
You got the Asuna.
Oh god, my sniffles. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say he's a healer now. He just chose to Asuna himself and not the rest of y'all.
Tic Tacs. Oh, now
so I was
ever be called Tic Tacs.
At one point, at one point I was sitting at like they have like a little lounge area, and people just kept coming up and like putting little handmade merch on the table. So I got like a little Yishpola badge. I got like stickers, and one of them was handing out these little mini Tic Tac boxes with Asuna like stickers pasted on them, being like, "Here, get rid of your debuffs." So I was like,
amazing.
Yep. It is now forever a Tic Tac. I cannot call it Asuna anymore.
I now know Asuna is minty.
All right, so really quick, last episode was a prediction episode, and there were questions, there were predictions, there were points to be scored. I'm going to go through this relatively quickly, not like every single thing in detail. When it came down to it, we had 14 questions, half of which were pretty much for the live letter before FanFest, and half of which were for FanFest itself. Of those 14 questions, I got 4 of them right exactly. Meagan got 4 of them right exactly. And Brandon got 3 of them right exactly. There were a few questions where we weren't correct, where partial credit had to be given for if you were close to what the actual answer is, or if none of us were right, a third party, Tetsemi, who's a former guest on the show and as far as I know listens to us on a regular basis, I had Tetsemi judge who should get 3 points instead of the full 7 points for the answer being the best answer, even if it was, whether it was because it was a close answer or because he just liked the answer the best. So at the end of the day, thanks to Tetsemi, I ended up with 43 points.
Jesus.
Our second place person, who does not have to endure the movie choice that I have in mind, got 31 points. And that's Meagan.
Oh, Brandon.
As if there was any doubt, right, Brandon?
At least Meagan's not making me suffer through Grave of the Fireflies or whatever the hell it's called.
I
So
changed my mind. I would have been benevolent.
So I have an important question for you, Brandon.
Yes.
Have you watched Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within?
I don't think I have, actually.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Well, you please look forward to it.
oh my god.
All right, where's it streaming?
I saw that bitch in theaters.
I'm sorry.
I know. It was so bad.
That movie is literally the reason why Square ended up becoming Squeenix, because Square got into such financial shit over that movie that they needed Enix to say Enix, however you want to pronounce it, to save them.
Oh my god!
Enix.
You're gonna love
it. So now you get to observe a bit of Final Fantasy history and realize just what a wonderful movie that what a piece of cinema.
Oh, okay.
You get to hear
I look
Ming-Na
forward
Wen
to your report next episode.
You're gonna love it.
You get to hear Ming-Na Wen sound like she is being chloroformed for the entire film.
God.
What? Oh, it's a spirit. I'm like, I know you're a good actress, girl. I've seen you in really good shit, but what the fuck is this?
Ming-Na Wen, Donald Sutherland, Alec Baldwin, Ving Rhames, Steve Buscemi, James Woods, Keith David. There's an insane cast.
I feel like
It
whoever
is.
they had directing the voice acting was possibly ESL, and so like that's why it's got like, you know, original Resident Evil games level of voice direction of like, yeah, that sounded good. Do I speak English? No, but it sounded cool. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's something else. And if you are a listener of the show and you haven't watched Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, I'm not going to encourage you. I'm really not. I'm just going to encourage Brandon because he gets to suffer as we've suffered.
I'm going to encourage listeners to go watch it with Brandon.
Oh yeah, we can do a fucking watch party. I was thinking we should have an Ava watch party.
I think that something like that may become a reality because I watched, man, it's been over 20 years since I watched Evangelion, and I know that there's new stuff out too, but I feel like I want to digest the whole thing before the raid comes out.
I'm looking forward to Brandon's meltdown about Shinji.
Oh, good God. Look, you can't force me to watch this, all right? You can force me to watch Spirits Within.
You're going to, look, if you want to understand...
You'll want to watch Evangelion to better understand the raid, I think.
And if you want to understand anything about anime history at all, it's one of the foundational like texts of just the entire medium. And
all right, fair enough.
It is legitimately, like, you don't get to be that popular without being legitimately good. But just... I'm not. Just know that they ran out of money at the end of the original series, and also the series creator had a mental breakdown.
There is a reason why FanFest absolutely lost their shit when it got announced.
Yes,
like there are reaction videos of people just absolutely losing their minds to that announcement, like as if it were like the greatest crossover of all time.
It's so loud.
It was. I was so fucking stunned because I was like, I didn't recognize the music sting immediately, but I was like, but I know this. What is this? And then the fucking 01 pops up with the fucking klaxon, and I was like, oh my fucking God! you nerds!
and Yoshi P is a huge Evangelion fan, he said.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, if you've played the, God, what was it? The giant robot raid quest line. With all the no the one with what's his face, huh?
The weapons.
The weapons. If you played the weapons quest line, then that was very Ava influenced.
Well, it was also very Final Fantasy VII influenced.
Well, all the like, get in the robot. You might die in the robot, but get in the fucking robot.
To be fair, Final Fantasy VII and Evangelion both have their 30th anniversary next year. So
interesting. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we gotta watch it. It's been so long. I don't see. I'm really attached to the original fucking dub because, like, to me, that obnoxious shithead is Shinji forever. But apparently, Netflix has like a new dub that's supposed to be really good. So maybe we should check that out just to fucking. I understand that my nostalgia does not equal quality, and maybe I will spare Brandon the whiny voice of Shinji. Look, I hope I can bully Shinji in the raid. Like that's my. I hope that I can call him a dweeb.
It should be pretty awesome. I would never have expected that for a raid thing, but it definitely seems to have made a lot of people happy. A lot of things. I guess my biggest takeaway from FanFest is it feels like, and I mean, maybe this is just for the moment. It's recency bias for sure, but it feels like the diehard core community feels very optimistic and happy about what we've only learned so far. And like I said, usually these NA fan fests are just mild teases, and you don't get a whole lot of big big announcements and drops and stuff like that. And this one just had a very different energy to it. I think that they understood the assignment. They understood, hey, Dawn Trail may have not been the bee's knees for people for, X, Y, or Z reason. We need to come out swinging. We can do the things we did in Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and not every expansion has to be like how Dawn Trail was. And honestly, I don't think Dawn Trail was a bad expansion. I think it was a very transitional expansion, and I think people are very easy to panic when there's changes and course correction made, and you're heading off into a new direction. But let them cook. It looks like there's some very, very interesting, very awesome things headed our way in the future.
Please look forward to it.
Please look forward to it. As for our next episode, we'll probably be going back to roughly a monthly cadence for the next few months. I mean, we'll definitely try to do an episode close to like content drops or FanFest drop or something like that. But don't be surprised if we're back to a monthly cadence, just because as hyped as we are for Evercold, there's definitely a lot of other stuff that we're up to, but we're not going anywhere. Just, I know that we've had a fair number of episodes over a relatively short period the last couple of months. It'll be slowing down a little bit, but we're showing no signs of stopping at all. And I do have to give Meagan more opportunities to promote anime for Brandon to watch.
Yep. I haven't been, you want to know what I've been doing for the past like 5 days?
More beavers?
No, in a fevered state. I got Tomodachi Life, which is a game wherein you make little me's and then you kind of just like encourage them to be friends and they can fall in love, and you can teach them. They'll be like, what should I talk to this person with about? And so you can give them little phrases to say. So because I just came off of FanFest, I'm like so hyped. I basically made like all the Scions. I added Xenos. I added Emmett Silk. I just added Emmerich. Oh no, I just added Hildebrand, Nashu, and Poo Poo on my island. Poo Poo immediately fell in love with Hildebrand on sight. They hadn't even spoken yet.
Oh boy.
Of course.
I have 2 married couples. I want you to guess who's married.
Urion J and Thancred.
No, actually, but Thancred isn't one of the couples.
Thancred
I have no idea.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It's Thancred and Emmett Silk.
I just said that.
Gross.
And the other one is Estinian and Garahatia. My island is so fucking gay. You can set their like dating preferences, and I set everybody to wants to date everything. So like,
right.
And I have about equal men and women, but everybody's so fucking gay on my island. Oh my god.
I know we're getting off track here, but I actually wanted to bring this up, and there wasn't a good chance to talk about it or insert it in the conversation.
Yeah.
speaking of Tamagotchi Life, I've been watching a crap ton of Iron Mouse play that.
Yeah.
And I was a bit shocked because I heard she was going to be at FanFest, but I did not expect she was going to be having performances there until I saw the recordings go up on her channel. And I'm just like, holy crap,
so good. I had so much fun with that. See, for so much for me with Final Fantasy is like imagining, because I love like the bard and the dancer class, and I love me and my friends who I played D&D with in high school, where they're playing through the game now, and our whole thing is that we're making characters that are going to be like running a theater company, and so I love imagining like what would the entertainment field be like in Eorzea, and like the fact that Iron Mouse like performed on the Gold Saucer stage with little Spriggans like shaking the like, we have those idol sticks in game, like that's totally could have happened, and like her character model was so fucking cute. Oh my god, little dancer Aura.
They gave her the Aura, attachments to her model and the dancer artifact gear. It was pretty great.
Oh, it was so cute, and her singing is incredible. Like I've listened to a few of it, but I knew that she went to school for opera singing.
Yeah, she's a classically trained opera singer.
And so her singing the Oblivion when she was like hitting the really high notes and like holding them, and it was really cool. And so then later, of course, I get home, I'm like, I want to watch the performances again. So I'm doing that, and then I end up on her other songs that she did like a full ass operatic aria called Music Box of Fate, and it's like, oh my god, it's incredible. And so yes, I was kind of like, why did they bring her out for the panel? Like they didn't really talk to her at all. I feel like the panel was totally written, and then they're just like, yeah, we'll just cram Iron Mouse in there. I'm like, that's kind of dumb, but I love the performance. And also, sorry,
I had a feeling there was going to be one song. I didn't realize there'd be a set of 3.
It was so fun. She killed it, and it was very fun. Also, like afterwards when I was like watching the videos and stuff, like I got onto the choreographer's YouTube page who like choreographed the dances, and then they like mocapped them and stuff. So I got to see him like perform the dances, just like practice in the studio and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And yeah, it was, and also, I'm into VTubing, so like the fucking Venn diagram of my interests is all just one circle. But yeah, her playing Tomo. If you want to know what kind of chaos Tomodachi Life is, Iron Mouse is a pretty good example.
Yeah.
What's so funny is I actually got into Iron Mouse because I was into Connor first. I was into like Trash Taste, all the Anitubers, and then he became friends with Iron Mouse, and that's how I started watching her stuff. And so her and Connor are just like buddies. I would almost describe them as having like a sibling relationship, and like that she's like a bratty little sister and he's like a big brother that teases her. But of course, their Miis on the island are falling in love with each other, and the whole time she's like, no! It's like crashing out over it. It's so funny.
Your island is terrifying.
So yeah, mine. I'm having a lot of fun with my island. It's like, because it's me, so obviously I'm telling my Miis a lot of redonkulous things to say to each other, but I'm also sprinkling in, like Final Fantasy terms. Like a lot of them now are talking about the mommy crystal is like the big topic on the island. Graha and Astinian's household are called the Lance Polishers.
Oh
my god!
Oh, no!
What have you done?
If you had to name a household that included Xenos and Erenvale, what would you call it?
I don't know if I have a good answer to this.
Something incorporating the word reap.
Nope. The Buns.
The Buns. Oh, yeah.
He agrees with you, or the audience.
Erenvale calls Xenos Booty Boy, and he calls Erenvale Bunny Boy. And that's the thing. It's like all that Xenos needed to be happy was a bunny boy, and he's totally chill. I've like made Xenos the creepiest motherfucker I possibly could. Like he looks really creepy. I gave him a creepy voice. He like shuffles around the island. He's always like standing, leaning forward. I gave him a camera so he could, creep on people. Oh, it's so great.
What the hell?
It makes me think of the creepy guy from the Hildebrand.
Oh yeah, except
stalker.
Except he's bolder. He went for it and he was rewarded. But yeah, oh my god. So okay, guess the other couple. They're not married yet. They just got together. Two characters who were heavily featured in Dawn Trail.
Y'shtola and Kryle.
Well, Kryle's one of them. The only straight couple on my island.
Kryle and Coda.
Kryle and
Coda.
Did you say? Yeah, Coda. Kryle and Coda.
Ooh, I win again.
When Coda confessed to Kryle, fucking Tataru and Y'shtola busted in to the love confession and were like, "No, I love her too." Kryle, pick one of us. And she rejected both of them and picked Coda. And Tataru has been depressed for a week.
Oh no.
Y'shtola got over it like immediately. Like, I had her AJ come and talk to her. She was just like, "Yeah, okay, I feel better." Tataru, she won't even let me talk to her. I go to talk to her. She's like, "I just want to be alone right now." I'm like, "God damn it, Tataru.
I need you to stream this as some shitty soap opera.
like
We're
Sam's
trying to
30
set
hour
me up.
goals.
We're trying to set me up a capture card so I can stream it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm having so much fun. It's just absolute chaos. And like, God damn it. Right now, I brought Reen and Gaia into my island, planning that like they would date eventually. There's kids and there's adults. So I have like a kid group and I have an adult group. Reen and Gaia and Alphino and Alize are in the kids. Guess who fucking swooped in and stole Gaia?
Alphino.
No, Alize!
Oh my god.
My island's so gay! They didn't even have crushes on each other. Alize was just like, "I think Gaia has a crush on me." And me being a shitster, I was like, "You should ask her out." She's like, "You think so?" I was like, "Yeah." To ask her out by saying, "Yes, homo."
Oh
Or
my
shit.
goodness.
And then there was like, I thought Gaia was going to be like, "Haha, no." She was like, "I would love to go out with you." I was like, "What the fuck?" So now Reen and Alize weren't friends yet. And so now they became friends. And so now Reen calls Alize thief. And Alize calls Reen, last week's news.
Wow.
It is a soap opera. This is
It is.
Meagan, what have you done?
In my defense, I have been like feverish this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you need to make a webcomic about your Tamagotchi life.
Yep.
I've been like taking captures. I can't figure out how to get them off of my fucking Switch. Oh, the other one that was so funny. I've only had one me complain, and like they'll just have like little skits. They'll be like, they'll have a thing over them, and you click on them and they do it. And Estinian is like in his little house, and he's like, "What's that smell?" And then he's like,
No.
goes around the house, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't washed these clothes in 3 weeks." I was like, "You stinky little fucker."
It's stinky and
Did you somehow feed it to where he would be stinky?
No,
Oh my
it
god.
just happened.
it just knows.
It's fucking handed.
Nose. Huh?
No, no.
Oh
Brad.
no.
No.
All I was going to say is Tamagotchi life finds a way.
Oh my god. It's just, you could put anyone you want in it. I'm having so much fun with doing Final Fantasy 14 characters. The other thing that's really fun is you can literally make anything that you want. Like they have a touch screen so you can like draw it. So I made fat cat pets, gave those to everybody. And then I just added Nashu, so of course I had to make her a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a pet bomb that follows her around that's like glowing and blinking and just going 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. I'm like, soon. Ugh. But yeah.
Awesome.
God damn, that was a fucking. Oh yeah, Tataru was under the seat of the carousel when during the confession scene.
Oh, for her depression.
Of course.
May I add 7.5 spoiler because we haven't done any of those?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The new
yeah.
dungeon that I refuse to pronounce out loud because I'll say it correctly.
We found it.
They obviously want you to say it a certain way because they say it in voice line.
Yeah.
But there's a boss named Chort who I am absolutely infatuated with because I just want my little Lullafell to crawl into his gigantic cavernous belly button and pull out everything because he's going to have a bunch of stuff in there. Yeah, it's just where my brain goes when I see him on the screen. But he casts a spell called Ripples of Gloom. I cannot unread, nor will I, nipples of gloom. So whenever you're in this unnamed dungeon that I can't say out loud correctly, I would like you to please enjoy Chort And his nipples of gloom.
Well, all I've seen is the memes that are like, Chort can find the cliteum. What's your excuse?
Oh my god. The cludium. Cludium.
What? It's gotta be like Latin or something. What the fuck does that mean?
Wait, let me Google.
Oh no.
I don't know if we want to know the answer.
I don't
to
know
this.
if that's a good idea.
Too late.
This is your fault, Ro.
It is.
The only thing that comes up when I look up that word is the game.
There you go.
Alrighty then. Well,
At least you found it. That is gonna do it for this episode. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about next episode as far as MSQ stuff and all that goes. There's a certain thing in that MSQ that makes me so happy, and I know must have angered Brandon so much. But we'll get to that in time.
Wait, what was it?
What?
I don't remember.
At one of the very last scenes, a certain weapon drops from the sky.
Okay, look. She was just doing it to get under our skin.
So you say there's a chance?
He's not fucking alive. He is. I'm done. Out. I will free up my hard drive.
Like she was saying, like, yeah, if you don't do what I say, you're gonna die like this bitch.
Yeah. I think she was just trying to like reference him to get under our skin.
I'm pretty sure that was just like creation magic anyhow. I don't think it was like the actual weapon or whatever.
It vanished the minute she did, so
Yep.
I just found it amusing. It's like, yes.
I didn't actually recognize. I didn't recognize what it was at first. I'm like,
oh, I did. The moment I saw it, I'm like, oh god. I
was like, why is there a random scythe being dropped on here? And then like a minute later, I'm like, oh.
Can I say my spoiler is the fucking magical girl transformation 02 Reaper?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was pretty good.
Oh, you liked that, did you?
Oh, hell yeah, I did. I was like, yes. That's the one that I like.
Not a fan of light?
It's fine, but good God, the Reaper getup is way hotter.
I was doing it with a friend, and we were in VC, and he's like, "That's my job. You can't steal my job." It was so fun.
Lisa,
yes,
thank you very much for being along with us. Time went by way too quickly, and I know you had a lot of awesome experiences. I think you even sent a little message to Squeenix thanking them for everything they did.
I did.
Awesome. Where can people find you if they want to see a ramble about FF14 or random stuff or such?
My random rambles are Blue Sky at Zimzim. What am I? ZIM dot all the bullshit. Was it bsky dot something. Yeah, you can see pictures of me with my chimkin.
Awesome.
Is that a euphemism?
Hmm?
Is
no.
that a euphemism?
I don't know. Is there ube boobay involved?
Hope not.
Meagan, how about you? Where can people find you?
I mostly post on TikTok, although I haven't been active in a while because I have just been. I've been living on Tomodachi Island. But yeah, it's Catmom Meagan, all one word. Meagan is Meagin. I'm mostly on TikTok, but I also post on Blue Sky and fucking yeah, TikTok is the best place to find me. You can find my links to my other stuff there. I'm still out of it.
Understood. Brandon, where can people find you?
Mostly Blue Sky as well. I am the BMAT, THEBMATT. You can read my D&D and other RPG-related writings at yourquestlogisfull.wordpress.com. And you can catch most of the people on the show on +5 to hit. It's a D&D live play podcast. Stuff's going to go down soon, and I don't know what the heck's going to happen. And yeah, we may be starting to explore more of what the heck is happening to this crazy bunch of nutcases we call a party.
So excited about the next few episodes.
I was going to ask Brandon, are you dead yet?
I'm just waiting on Meagan to like decide to pick up Fireball and her sorcerer and just incinerate.
No, I'm a crowd control character. We're sure they get is like fucking thank you smell apple pie.
Pie.
As for myself, you can contact me through the show's Blue Sky, which is at A Podcast Reborn. You can also email the show at apodcastreborn@gmail.com. We are part of Bonus World Productions. You can go to bonusworld.gg for more about that. The theme music is a amazing freaking guitar cover of the Evercold teaser music as provided by Husky by the Geek. Husky by the Geek. I will provide a link to his YouTube channel in the show notes. And of course, any Final Fantasy 14 music derived from that or other Final Fantasy games that here on this show is property of Square Enix. No copyright infringement is intended. That is going to do it for episode 79. The big 8-0 is coming. We will talk to you again probably in early June. Until then, for Meagan, for Brandon, for Lisa, for Ward, and of course for Butterscotch and Bonbon, this is Brian Black. Until next time, may your loot rolls be high, your glamour fantastic, and your duties always complete. Brandon?
I got a question for you all, as I typically do. What happened when the bard tried blindfolded archery?
I don't know.
He didn't really know what he was missing.
That's fair.
I wish you could see my utter disappointment in you, sir.
I can picture it, and it gives me life.
Enjoy Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, Brandon.
I will do
Seriously.
my best.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.